I wanted to address this video of this one person who I used to support, but I don't anymore, as you can see. Anthony Brian Logan, I have unsubscribed, but let's continue.
How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about the current drama surrounding YouTuber Just Pearly Things and her interview with Nick Fuentes. Now, there's a lot to get through. There's a lot I want to say about this, but a quick Cliff Notes version before we get to the videos and the tweets, things of that nature. Just Pearly Things is a white American YouTuber. That'll matter in a minute. I'll get to it. And her content deals mostly with black issues. That's a
One, I'm tired of the race hustling nonsense bullshit. For real. Like, why are you constantly labeling everything a frickin' race? You could just talk about the topic, but no. Everybody who has to say anything about this is always talking about a race. Always talking about, the topics that she talks about. That they must be about black people because we see black faces. Everything that has to do with anyone and having to do with black people has to do with black issues. It must pertain to black people. Just because you saw black faces, you freaking racist. That's all you freaking are, is a freaking racist who's a race hustler. I'm freaking tired of your type. I am, and I'm tired. What I am more tired of is the fact that you tried to claim that you were a conservative. You tried to claim that that was not what you were about, but then it's truly what you actually are about. That's what you truly are about. Anyway, continue.
Fact, I'll talk about that a little bit more a little bit later. So, at the height of her success on YouTube, what does she do? Bring on notorious racist, anti-black racist, and also anti-Jew racist Nick Fuentes. Now, you guys might say, oh, he's not racist, whatever. We're going to get to that.
One thing is that I just want one thing. Do not call people a white supremacist when they're not white. That's the one thing I want from you guys. Because you keep trying to lie and keep trying to make up stuff. It's so weird. How are you able to push this narrative when we're saying his name? His name clearly lets you know he's not a white person. But then you somehow still want to call somebody a white nationalist, white supremacist, white bullshit stuff, okay? I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of you guys trying to push this narrative and people even buy it. How the heck do you buy that a non-white person is a white anything? They can't be a white anything because they're not white to begin with. Like, that, you are stupid. Like, seriously, the people who believe that, and you are stupid for even pushing that narrative. But anyway, continue.
Matter of fact, let's just play some videos, then I'm going to get to my opinion about it. If you want to see these videos in full, links will be in the box. Shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson for doing some videos on this and having some clips ready. I'm going to play some clips from his videos right now. Without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
I don't wish luck to racists.
Oh, I'm not racist.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are, Nick.
Yeah, I am a little bit
Yeah,
racist.
I know.
But, listen, it's not because I hate people. I love people. It's just, race is real. Race is real. Race is a part of us. So, hey, it is what it is.
And the Italians, we do not claim you.
Hey, the Italians don't claim you. You're the one dating a black guy. The Italians don't claim me. They don't claim you.
Oh, no, they claim me. They claim me.
I don't think so.
They do.
Italian guys, yeah.
Italians,
Tell an Italian guy about your affinity for black guys. That'll go over real well.
Well, that's the truth. If somebody likes you and you don't, if that person doesn't like them back, that is going to be a problem. But the thing is, what was interesting was nobody decided to actually add the clip of what she said. Because what she said was, she specifically was saying that because he is half Mexican, half Italian. And it's just like, I don't get, if you're saying that he's a Latino and I said Mexican, sorry, Latino and Italian, then how come you're saying that specifically that they would specifically have a situation where you're saying that they're not Italian, and then you would expect them to just accept that? Oh, I do think that sometimes with this kind of, I think, racism, where people are trying to say, like, you're not this, which is a thing that people do, honestly. And it's really disrespectful, I think, to the people that they're trying to do that to, because it's like, why are you trying to say that they can't be what they identify with if that's what their racial background is? Is that not racist in itself? You're specifically saying a man of color cannot identify with their racial background because they have a supposed tainted portion of their DNA, basically. That's how, the original view of it was, at least. If someone was mixed with something else and they were mixed with white and another race, they would be considered the other race because they're too low, basically, to identify with their European ancestry as well. They cannot include that with their identity. And by the way, he doesn't just say that he's Italian, by the way. He says he's Italian and he's Hispanic as well. So, I mean, to me, I just kind of feel like that's weird. How are you going to say that somebody who you just called not Italian because of the fact that their blood was not fully Italian, it's not fully white, which is more the concern than anything, is somehow they cannot identify as Italian, they're not claimed by Italians. But if somebody addresses the fact that you are attacking them for, being the result of an interracial relationship, but you are in an interracial relationship, that somehow that is somehow wrong, but what you did was okay. You're literally shaming a man for being biracial, but he cannot give you the same energy. And he didn't even say how he felt in that regard. He just said that Italian people would not claim you either. I mean, well, if Italian people have an issue with people interracially dating or in an interracial union or from interracial couple, then they would have an issue with both of you now, wouldn't they? So, I mean, like, that wasn't wrong. That wasn't racist. Some people got their feelings hurt. And, that's what happened to Anthony just now. But anyway, continue.
Good one, Nick.
Maybe some brajol. There's some Italian.
No, but I will make my black boyfriend some of that.
Ugh, wow. You don't know any better.
So that's him talking about her black boyfriend. And by the way, this is how cowardly he is because her boyfriend is King Riches. Now, that is King Riches. He is the black guy that Nick was referring to. Now, just I think the day before that particular clip came out, he was on the show with King Riches because he has a show with Just Pearly Things. I guess he records over there with her in London. He is obviously black, of Nigerian descent, but is from London. Now, when Nick was on the show with King Riches, none of that energy was there. None of this, oh, you dating a white girl, leave our Italian women alone. None of that was there.
Well, for one reason, that makes sense, because he didn't bring it up. King Rich's girlfriend brought it up. Don't you get it? King Rich's girlfriend brought up being biracial, being from the union of an interracial relationship. He brought up that she's in an interracial relationship. So, I mean, like, that's good for the goose, good for the gander kind of situation. I don't see that as anything. I mean, like, if it was really anything, then how the heck do you support a black man for president who is in an interracial relationship with, I believe, someone who isn't she Italian? Or she's, white for sure, but she's something like that, period. So it's just like, to me, interesting. Like, why would you assume that that's what he's saying? Like, that he specifically brought that up. He did not bring that up until she brought it up. She was hateful to him first. And he brought up the same concept to her. That's so weird. Like, how come it's wrong for him to bring it up when she already brought it up? She already brought up being the product of an interracial relationship. She said it in the video. Conservative Perspective specifically showed the video, and she's specifically saying the reason she said Italians do not claim him is because he's not fully white. And so then he brought up, okay, if I am not considered a part of them because of that, then you are in an interracial relationship. That's a similar situation there. They're going at it, I think, according to how the topic was brought up. It's not out of left field. It's not that he was just like, we were with a black man. No, she brought it up first, and he countered her. Now, the thing is with this whole situation with King Riches, of course, he's not going to just come up and say that, because why would he just bring that up? When King Riches said nothing on the matter. If he did not say anything negative to, his ethnicity, Nick's ethnicity, then why would he have to bring it up? I would imagine if King Riches started talking racially insensitive to Nick, then probably that would ensue, which would kind of be brought on, because why are you just all of a sudden being racist to people for no reason? You know what I mean? But for good reason, what's his name? King Riches decided to not, be a prejudiced person and bring up race and be racist to Nick. So that's my point in that. I mean, like, it's weird when people bring up that type of mentality and that type of ideology, and they're that way towards that person, but they get surprised when somebody gives them the same energy. It's like, you brought this up. You brought this onto yourself.
People are going to say, oh, he was telling the truth, ABL, but he didn't say it right here. Why? Because he's a coward. Okay? He'll say inflammatory things.
No, it's not because he's a coward, because it didn't come up. Dude, it didn't come up. Did King Riches start talking to him negatively and saying that you can't be acknowledged as Italian because you're biracial and you don't, they're not going to claim you or whatever, to make someone feel bad about being biracial? That's wrong. Who the heck does that? That is weird to me. I wouldn't think that anyone would do that to a biracial person. I remember there are different situations where, there's this one person, they were half Irish or something. But that would be really terrible. I remember at work, if somebody was really trying to say, Irish people don't claim you because you're half black, like, that would be so wrong. So racist to be trying to tell them that. Like, we all know how that works. Why do we have to be, like, why are we pushing it in their face like that? That's wrong, in my opinion. And it's racist. I mean, like, to me, it's just weird. Like, of course, and you're in an interracial relationship, someone who is the product of an interracial relationship might remind you that you are in one yourself. So look in the mirror, lady.
Things just to get a reaction, but he'll only say it at certain times because he's not a moron all the way, right? Now, here's more from what Nick said on the show, and then I'm going to get into my reaction because I got a lot to say personally about this guy, Nick Fuentes, and also Judge Pearly Things. I think they're both wrong here, and I think to a certain extent they're both kind of acting out a role. Let's continue.
Countries have done that.
Yeah,
And so you're saying, why is the Holocaust special?
Yeah, basically.
Oh. What do you mean, basically?
Well, yeah, I mean, because of course, we're getting into the details of it, but yeah, that's the gist.
Yeah, I mean, but you kind of deny it happened.
Yeah, I deny some of the parts of it.
You deny parts of it don't seem realistic to you. You think they're embellished upon.
I think they're embellished.
It sounds similar to the Greece stuff too, because literally they founder of, or the guy who made Roots said, I wanted a myth for my people to live by. So they often, but that's what they do, is they embellish, and I'm not trying to say it wasn't horrible, it was.
Right.
But they want to make it like more horrible so that they can control people.
See, right when she was saying that, she knew she was messing up. She knew that she's messing up. Okay, because again, let's have the context. You, Just Pearly Things, are a white female, and your content largely deals with black issues. Okay, in my opinion, she isn't the star of the show most of the time. It's usually her black castmates. Like I just showed you, King Riches, Auntie Jenny. When you bring on Brittany Renner and Andrew Tate, when you bring on these people, that is star of the show, the black guests you bring on. So when you have a platform to center around that, then you bring on this racist guy. Anyway, you are not a cause and slavery. It doesn't even matter if it has to it. It matter because why would you bring that? No. Meet up around you black people. Maybe it didn't make any sense to bring on a guy like Nate Fuentes. Okay, why would you bring him on? In the world, why him? It makes no sense, right? It's just kind of silly. And here's my opinion about Pearl, or her name is actually Hannah Davis. She's dumb. She's dumb because before the Nick Fuentes thing came out,
yeah, and to me, I just kind of feel like out of this situation, like, a major thing with this situation is this. I don't understand why this person thought that it was a good idea to dictate to other people whether they should or whether people should have certain people on their channel or not, because they felt offended, as if it was their channel or something. One other thing is, the channel is not about black people. It's not based on black issues. It's on relationships. But they think that anything that has to do with black faces, as he had demonstrated, he only sees things through race. He does not pay attention to the topic of a channel. He just pays attention to the race, the color of the person. That's it. You know, and it's like, to me, it's like that's what was problematic about this whole situation was, one, she doesn't owe you anything. This is her channel, and she chooses who she wants on her channel, you know. And lastly, just because you don't agree with someone does not give you the right to try and, you know, say that they cannot be on someone's channel. Like, that's just weird to me, you know. You shouldn't even honestly be offended because, I mean, like, I don't even understand why you're offended. You're offended because of one comment made? Because all the other comments made, well, okay, the one about slavery, like I said, I understand some people had issue with that, but one, she brought that up, and two, she apologized. She explained that she thought that it was actually, she was talking about Roots. And specifically, Roots was embellished from what she's saying. So to me, I don't really even see that as an offensive thing. So I don't really get why people are even having an issue with the situation, you know. And then secondarily, I kind of feel like, you know, it's really interesting that you're trying to say that you're conservative and everything, but you don't even believe in freedom of speech. You don't think that other people have a right to have people on their platforms because you feel like they have people on their channel that are your color, so then somehow you have a say in it. And on top of it, you know, you have this kind of situation where you are a snowflake. Basically, you get upset when people say things that make you get into your feelings. You know, the only time you believe in freedom of speech is when you agree with it. You are no different than the woke leftist snowflakes that you, I thought, complained about originally. Obviously, you're a hypocrite. You know, and this is why I unsubscribed from this guy's channel. And I just am like, I never really watched his channel like that. I didn't watch his channel all that often. But now it's just like, I see exactly what you are and who you are and how you stand. And it's just like, I'm kind of done. And also another thing is, like, when you make accusations of people being racist or being white supremacists or whatever, come with some proof. You know, you would think as a conservative you would at least try to, but you don't even try to do that. You're a part of the woke mob. But that's all I have to say in this video. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, comment down below, and have a great day. Bye, guys.